Hey, kid. You think you're an X-Man? Okay. Name him.
Wolverine, Cyclops, Beast, Gambit, Rogue, Sabretooth, Magneto, Cable, Storm, Professor X, Phoenix, Bishop, Archangel, Apocalypse, Iceman.
Clif Con Hall. All right, guys, welcome again. Comic book haul on NoVisible Scars. It's Bill here as usual. So I went to the mainly monthly Clif Con in Plainville, Connecticut. And I'm going to go through what I picked up. Not usually discussed, but, you know, when I go to these conventions and I'm out hunting, you know, I'm primarily after two things, books, since I've been setting up and started last year at, little cons here and there, selling, my books. I'm after stuff to sell, in addition to looking for, big key books. I don't really hold on to too much nowadays, but I'm always looking for books, key appearances, mainly Silver Age that I'll drop the money on. If they're lower grade, cool, because at this point I'm pressing and cleaning my own comics. Started that about a year, so coming up on 2 years of that. I won't do it for anybody else, just me, right now. I haven't submitted to CGC in a while. It'll come. I have nothing against them, and the whole thing, especially because I'm getting into the seller game. CGC, more bang for your buck, So, my haul is going to consist of, and because I've never really mentioned it before, mainly books. I'm looking to sell, trade up, for big keys, or hunting for those big, not necessarily big keys, but key books that on the cheap that I could move at shows for, a couple dollars more. Okay, anyway, let's get to it. You're staring at the first book I got. This is Spectacular Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man #9, First White Tiger. Obviously, just had a little bump going on because of the Daredevil show, but they killed them all pretty quickly in a newsstand too. So for $7, yep. Oh, it's a Whitman variant. That's it. So Whitman variant meaning right there. Let's see. Excuse me, guys. And that's the Whitman variant. There's no price on the barcode. These usually came in 3 packs, sold at like Toys R Us and department stores. So there you go. Yeah, that was even more incentive to grab it. All right, next up, these are all books, including that Spider-Man I just showed. I got for half off. Spider-Boy was hot for a minute, mainly last year. Now I could, I'm sure he'll pick up again. Figured I never really got him, and I wasn't going to pay ridiculous prices back then, for him. So I got that one for $4. Another key Spider-Boy. This is the Edge of Spider-Verse. This is the variant. Not too sure who did this variant. Oh, Mark Bagley, which a lot of people know from his run on Spider-Man back in the 90s. First Spider-Boy. That was $7. So more Spider-Man coming at you. Ultimate Spider-Man. That was the variant, third print. grabbing these Greg Land variant. That was $9. All right. Okay. Here's another half-price book. I couldn't believe I got this pretty cheap. Cool Doom cover, Silver Age book. Not a key, just I got it because of the Doom cover. That was $17, and this obviously Jack Kirby cover. So, you know, with Doom coming, I've been picking up those books the last year. Invincible number 59. You know, I haven't kept up with the show, but the books are on fire, and I've been finding them pretty cheap. These are low print ones, most of them. So that was only $20. And that was the first appearance of Powerplex. So who knows? You know, the show continues on. Who knows how many characters are going to show up? All right, I think this is a string of 50-cent dollar books. Oh, no. These were more... this is a seller that had... I think they were just like $10 books or something like that. With the Alien show coming... Was it Hulu? I think in July. Stocking up on some Alien comics. So the Dark Horse, that's the origin of Aliens. So I grabbed a bunch of the ones. Another $10 one. I think that's what they're really going for. Maybe a little bit more. But these are nice shapes. So I figured, what the hell, I'll grab these. This was the first battle versus Predator, but I don't think that's going to show up. I'm not too sure. I have to read up. This was a cool $10 grab, which I think definitely worth a little bit more than $10. This is the annual Dark Horse Presents, and this is the first time Buffy the Vampire Slayer is in comics. So that was another good grab. Yeah, this guy has some good stuff. All right, now the string of these ones, this guy, a lot of people had like really good deals, man. Like a lot of $2 and $5 books. Let's see, I think most of these were $2 that I'm going to show off. This was all from the same, yeah, these were all $2. Okay, string of, so keeping with that Buffy, ignore that price. That's not what it was. It was $2. The anything with Buffy and the you know, like these real life covers or from the TV show, go for a little bit of money. So anytime you see them, you want to grab them. So I found this one, number 3. You know, what the heck? All right. Not really. I'm not a Buffy fan. I never watched the show. I don't know why I need to say that, but I did. All right, so Batman and Robin, number 1. This is another $2 book. Got a little glare because of the buying up stuff with Robin, because I think that there's going to be that Robin series coming. I don't know if it's live action or what. I forget. All right, a bunch of Spawn coming at you. Let's just do, here's 4 and 5. 4 and 5. Whoop. You know, for $2, can't beat it. Can't beat it. Especially 5, kind of got a push. What's that, Billy Kincaid? Yeah. Which I'm not up on Spawn anymore, but I supposedly that Billy Kincaid character is coming back or is back. Right, another Spawn, number 7. That was actually $1. All right, got that one for $1, guys. Let's see, are these all $1? Okay, here we go. String of dollar books right here. And these are all from the same seller too. All right, there's going to be Witchblade number 10. First appearance of Darkness. It wasn't $8. No, 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 no. $1. $1. All right, Doomsday. Nice. Superman, Man of Steel, number 19. This is a high grade. Can't pass it up for $1, right? All right. Cadillac and Dinosaurs. Not really key, but these indie books sell well for me. So grabbed it. It was $1, and it's 3D, and it has glasses. All right, Death of Supergirl. Can't believe this was only $1, and a pretty good copy too. So can't go wrong. That's what I'm talking. These guys, and that's the thing. All these books, they're not for my collection, but they are for intentions of selling. So there we go. Warlord, newsprint. These are all keys too, which is cool. These are all $1. First Aram Al Shar. First Wizard World. These are newsstand too, I believe. Yep, 2 of them are newsstands. These are really nice too. Again, $1, guys. This one's cool. Origin of OMAC. Nice quality. Oh, it's $1. It's not $3. All right. Let's get some more. For first Magenta and Teen Titans, the new Teen Titans 17. There's $1 book. Been scooping up a lot of Titans. There's supposed to be a movie. Let's see if they do a movie. The TV show is hit or miss for me. Not too bad. The Hawk and Dove stuff was pretty cool. There was some pretty cool adult stuff in that. This is cool for $1. The Fantastic Four $2.96. The Border 25th anniversary. So that's cool. In time for the movie. Which I don't know. I thought the trailer was cool. I'm not too butthurt about Surfer being a female. It is part of the comics. Did she look? She looked all right. But I don't know. At this point, I really don't dump on the movies. Whatever. I'm just glad they come out. If it's really good, even better. I'm sure I'll like most of it. Okay. Anyway, Vampira flip book. Art Adams. Yeah, cool key for $1. Vampira is pretty. Always moves. Here's another cool one. Vertigo's Winter's Grip. This was $1, and I believe, what was it? Either Gaming. I don't know. Was it John Constantine? Like prior appearance of Hellblazer. I don't know. There's some significance. Blanking. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I found that for $1. Comico. It's called the Elementals. I got 1 and number 2. And they were in pretty good shape. So for $1 each, and like I said, selling the indie comics for me in person, actually, number 1 of Elemental's second team appearance, first destroyed. It's got like 2 first appearances, so that's cool. Yeah, selling these live and at the shows, cons, do me. People dig them. People like them. Killers, Timothy Truman, $1. Again, another. Actually, I never even saw this. Eclipse Comics. I used to collect a lot of that. I like Timothy Truman. He always did cool work. Did he do, what was it? Was it Grimjack? Yeah, I think he did work on Grimjack, didn't he? Oh my God. Boy, oh boy. Pretty sure he did. Johnny Quest. This is from the Comico, not Keys, but again, Johnny Quest sells pretty good, and they're indie, so people look for them. I got them. All right. Again, all these guys. Again, most of what I'm showing you guys here is $1. And then to end out the dollar stuff, some of these actually might have been 50 cents too. There was a guy with 50 cents. So, 50 cents to $1. I can't remember now. This is 1 and 2 of American Flag. Howard Kraken. Killer stuff, killer artwork, story. This is even before Watchmen, when books were getting more adult comics, So Howard's not championed enough, and what was the other one? Black Kiss. Man, that thing was, whew, talk about adult. Okay, so a few more, and then we'll call it. Because these are big. I got Brave and the Bold, number 60, which I was after this. Yes, I think this was the full appearance as a team of Teen Titans. Not a bad. Or is this the second appearance? It might be second. I can't remember. Shame on me, right? I'll redeem myself in the comment and the description. Got this for 100. I think he wanted 125. Talking down. It's complete. So 100 to me sounds fair enough. All right, this is 7-0. Our Army at War, Sergeant Rock, and I believe this is the origin of Sergeant Rock. Got this. Wanted 50, maybe a little bit more. I got it for 45, which again, yeah, he said 7-0 on it. I have to say, have to agree. Yep, happy on that. Been snagging up the Sergeant Rock stuff. All right, so we mentioned the Invincibles, right? So I found issue number 60, and this is like a 3 fold-out cover. It's a key. This is going for crazy prices on eBay, upwards to 100. So I got this in the clear board, backing board here. So really nice, high grade copy, and this ran me $40, which I was excited about. Very excited about. All right, and last but not least, this might have been the luckiest pickup Not a, it's a new book. Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, this was sitting in a box from a seller, and I asked, how much, and he said cover price, which had a $4.99 color price. He ended up charging me $4, and this goes as high as $60 recently. And this is Amazing Spider-Man number 65, the variant edition, and the Rivals. So, Rivals were hot for a few minutes. Certain issues still are the Venom, Magic, Storm. There's a few I need. The game seems pretty cool. I'm not a gamer, but, it might be the future. These crossovers with the video games and the comic books might be the future. And, bringing in the new blood, so to speak. So, there you go. That was a fucking find. Yep. Proud of that one. Okay, that's it from Clif Con. I got 2 more hauls, and I'll advertise those at the end here. Okay, thanks for watching. And let me know if you guys, anybody, that goes to Clif Con, let me know what you guys picked up, or, who some of your favorite sellers there at the show. They're usually the same people, J&S, a couple other guys. I know by first name, but they don't really, they're not sellers for a living. Okay. See you next time. Bye-bye.